Good morning. Today we're going to read all of Joshua 13. And don't get hung up on the big names, but go ahead and pause me and read Joshua 13. Okay. We start out here with God telling Joshua, you're old, dude. And you still got work to do. So, actually, this is kind of a lesson. We need to be aware of where we are in life and the jobs we have to do and not piddle around. God wants us to do our job, and as we get older, it's going to get harder to do that job. Joshua's old. He can't go out and fight battles like he could when he was 30. So, there's a subtle warning there. Joshua, get up, no more recliner. And then God goes on and lists the land that he hasn't taken, and this land is all over the map. It's to the east, it's to the west, the north, the south. So they've taken a big chunk of it, but they haven't taken it all. And God says in verse 6, I will drive the people out of this land before you, which means the people got to get up. The people have to be there for God to drive them out. If it says before you, it doesn't mean while you're in your recliner. It says you've got to get up and make an effort. So that's another lesson today. So then we go into the division of the land east of the Jordan. So this is the two tribes, the tribe of Reuben and Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh. And so it tells in detail what they get. And the big thing is here, why are we dividing the land when we haven't conquered the land yet? This lesson is all about multitasking. You don't have to complete one job to start another job. So the land to the west, they had a big chunk of it. Go ahead, divide it up. Joshua's fixing to die. He's old. And there won't be a big leader to succeed Joshua. So God is all about separating these guys into their tribes and having tribal leaders. So that's a big concept right there, this separation. Why does God want them separated? And you probably remember that New Testament verse, I'm not sure where it is, that says, be in the world but not of the world. We're to be separate from the world. Well, this is another concept of separation. And God wants these tribes separate and led individually to make a nation. He doesn't want the Gadites living over there with the Judah people. That's not his plan. So, and it says, it ends twice in here. It says that the Levites had no land. And you can go back and look in the Torah, the first 5 books, and it talks about that the Levites, they're to have these sanctuary cities, but they because they're the priest, they don't get any land, but the tribes have to support them. They have to provide them food, and they get a lot of this through the sacrifices, but they have to provide their shelter. The other tribes have to provide for the Levites because they're special and they're the priest. So, this is all according to the plan that God had with Abraham, with Moses, that the land would be separated like this. The next couple of days, we're going to be reading 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. which are more allotments. So if you want to start skimming over those, we may take a couple of chapters a day and talk about this allotment and these big words. Even though God wanted us to know exactly, these big words are big words. See you tomorrow.